What's going on, guys? I'm the White Guy, and today we're checking out base jumping in steep, and by some either glitch or accident, I've managed to get on top of the hot air balloon. So like in another video, I was jumping off of the skis and a snowboard, and in this video we're just going to try base jumping off of this instead, and apparently we have to get closer to the edge before this works. So how far to the edge can we actually get here? I don't know. I don't even know how you score points in base jumping in this. If it's by fall distance, this has got to take the cake, right? Because this is just absolutely insane. We're just flying way back down. I don't put them in offline mode. I just want to jump off the hot air balloon and have a fun time. This is, I don't know, base jumping, it's kind of neat, but I don't see this being the most compelling thing ever in the game here, because it's just kind of like wingsuiting, but you can't really, you just fall straight down, more or less is what it is. And R1 for parachute. There we go, and we gracefully touched down right there. Oh, I don't even want to go into this. I just want to hit the try again button because I don't know if it's going to let me hop back on top of the... Oh, nope. Apparently that's not a glitch. Apparently you can just pop right back up there. Okay. I don't know. I still don't know if you're supposed to be able to do this or not, but I think it's kind of fun. So we'll go for one more dive off the hot air balloon, then we'll start looking for some other stuff to do instead. Actually, can we trigger that activity if we hit that, I wonder? Let's try this here. Where is that? Where did we end up covering? Where do we have to jump off? Okay, so to go off this side of it, I want to say this one will get us to the checkpoint over there. So if we hop into base jump mode, can we trigger this activity by falling into it? Can we even make it out far enough to hit the thing? Better yet, let's see. So we're gonna have to angle it a little bit more this way, and back to base jumping. Here we go. Even though this isn't really a base jump and we're falling off a hot air balloon, but oh yeah, that should make it in there this time. Not possible to start this content in offline mode, so I think you actually could, in theory, start the wingsuiting activity by base jumping if you really, really want to. And I see a cliff over there I kind of want to go check out. If we can make it over that way, that would just be absolutely fantastic. And parachute. There we go. And land it. It's nice and simple, just float straight down. And now to get over to that cliff, we'll just make it... This is the one thing I do like about that rocket wing, though, is it does make it a lot... Certain stuff you have to use, if you don't have all your unlimited helicopter lift tickets, you can do this now instead to get to places. Makes things go a little bit faster. And I think we're going to have to try again, so I want to try and get on top of that thing. If I can do that, that would be perfect. So I'll have to float up here again. And parachute, and now we've got to try and kind of angle ourselves to land on top of that. If we can make that, that would be fantastic, but I don't know if we're going to be able to make it that far over. No, not going to make it. Okay. Are those cars actually moving, or are they just static objects? I can't... Nope, they're just static objects. Okay, so this looks like a potentially good cliff to try and jump off of. If we can base jump and back to regular mode, so we can hopefully climb a little bit faster. Actually, this might be a bad idea, because we gotta actually need to get really close to the edge of the cliff here. We're not gonna make it. Trying to figure out where we can actually go here. We'll give this a shot and see if we actually track out far. Nope! Just belly flopped into the snow. Nice. Just, again, this is why things are gonna be the problem with the base jumping, and this is there's just not really anywhere to do it I can think of. Let's try and find a vertical wall we can fall down. Is this gonna be a thing? Does that look vertical enough to you? That looks pretty vertical to me, so we can pop in right there. Which again, ooh, that is not nearly as vertical as it originally looked in the map. Huh. Alright, so we gotta find somewhere a little bit closer to the edge we can drop off on. Can we try it right there, maybe? Yeah, this might work out a little bit better now. So we walk to the edge of the cliff. And I think we're going to try not to crash into anything, which is, again, going to be the problem I'm seeing with this, is all of these cliffs kind of going to end up crashing into something at some point when you're trying to make it down them. You can't even really track that far either. Oh, nope, we made that. Ooh, not going to make that, though. So we'll try this again. We'll try and find a good line through here. I don't know if the good way to track out is to lean forward or back. It seems like just sit there normally. I haven't figured that out yet. But it seems like the first time I made it through that, I was leaning back, so we'll go ahead and lean back through it. Okay, so then we're going to lean back, then cut to the right after we jump. Nope, that's not going to work. Alright, this is, again, very, very difficult to actually find somewhere to be able to base jump in this, it seems. Nope, that's not going to work. Alright, let's try find some other vertical cliff that looks like it's got potential. Um, no, that's not vertical enough. You need pretty much a straight up vertical wall to fall off of. This might work, maybe? Give this a shot. Alright. So I'm thinking we start right there. And this looks a little bit more friendly to base jumping, so we can hop into that and see how far we can make it this time. Alright, this seems to be going a little bit better than the last time we tried this because we're actually falling. We're just not going to be able to make it out far enough, so we're going to open the parachute and admit defeat very quickly. And yeah, that's about going to do it for this base jumping video. Again, I kind of think the base jumping's not too compelling of a thing to be doing. We'll check out this speed riding thing in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.